For far too long in its troubled history, the shores of Ireland have been the places from which emigrants have waved their last farewells. In earlier days, the ones who left were forced out by famine. And in recent times, the reasons have still been mainly economic. There just weren't enough jobs to go round. Those who stayed at home flocked to the cities. Dublin boasts a population of over 500,000. The remainder of the Republic's 2,800,000 people are spread thinly over the 27,000 square miles of its 26 counties. And still they leave, but not in such great numbers anymore. Because today, Ireland is catching up with the industrial revolution that passed her by. The figures tell the story. In 1958, 60,000 people emigrated. Today, the number has dropped to about 25,000. One man to whom a great deal of the credit must go is the Prime Minister, Mr. Sean Lemass. With the example of what had been achieved by firms such as this Dutch manufacturer of electrical components near Dublin, he set about attracting more foreigner industrialists. Not that the home industries weren't doing well. Firms like this biscuit manufacturers had already realized that in a country of under 3 million population, the home market must be strictly limited and new customers must be found abroad. But it was foreign investment that Ireland needed. And with attractive financial inducements, foreign firms started to move in. Here in Killarney, for instance, is a German crane firm now making equipment that's going as far afield as Australia and America. The technicians are almost 100% Irish. Since 1955, more than 200 new factories with foreign attachments have come into being in the Irish Republic. Nearly half are British. But Ireland herself had some ideas, and in 1961 opened up a new market in dehydrated food by using the method of accelerated freeze drying, which had been developed by the British Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Food. The principle was simple: extract all the water from food. It meant that in a day or a year's time, all you had to do was pop your steak or carrots or mushrooms in water for a few minutes, and presto, you had fresh food all over again. Ireland is now exporting it to places like the Falkland Islands and Denmark, and are even selling potatoes to the potato-selling Dutch. And if you want to know how long it all takes, well, a single operator could turn out 100,000 meals in a day. For an island race, the Irish in the south have been strangely lacking in shipbuilding activities, but not anymore. A Dutch firm has taken over an old dockyard in County Cork, modernized it, trained 200 Irishmen in Holland, and is now turning out ships ranging from 12,000 to 31,000 tons. In Cork Harbour, the island of Haulbowline is the home of a steelworks which operates day and night. And across the harbour from it nestles the gleaming new oil refinery built by a consortium of Anglo-American companies for £12 million. In cities like Cork, from where an ambitious young mechanic crossed the Atlantic to America to found a great motor empire, a few factories went up pre-war, but the jobs were comparatively few, and the mailboat always promised better things across the Irish Sea in England. However, the young mechanic remembered the land of his birth, and on the banks of the Lee at Cork City set up a huge car assembly plant which today combines modern techniques and native skills as the new models roll off the assembly lines. By offering non-repayable cash grants of as much as 2/3 of the cost of factories and plant, the government has already attracted many foreign firms, like this French company, which makes heaters in County Galway, then exports them immediately for the European market. New foreign-owned factories are opening up at the rate of just over 2 a month. In County Galway, deposits of lead, silver and copper have been found on what was, until recently, farmland. Canadian mining engineers are working with men from several countries at this new source of possible wealth. But it's on the 300-acre industrial estate close by Shannon Airport that the largest concentration of new factories is to be seen. 20 international firms use this tax-free area to manufacture goods for re-export, often by air. Ireland's exports jumped from just over £100 million in 1952 to nearly £200 million in 1963, and are still going up. The Irish are going back to their own country to find increasing scope for their skill and workmanship at home. They can point to the fact that fewer working days have been lost through industrial disputes in the Republic than almost any other country in Europe. With the country's new awareness of mechanization and mass production has come a revival of older crafts. In the 18th and 19th centuries, Waterford cut glass was held in high esteem in the great houses in Europe. In 1851, the original factory went out of production, and it seemed that an ancient craft had died. Not so, because in recent times it's been given new life, and once again, Waterford glass is being made and is as highly prized as ever. The love and care with which the individual pieces are made is reflected in the beauty of the finished products. So, side by side with the new, the old skills march proudly on. Of course, it wouldn't be Ireland if turf or peat didn't enter the picture somewhere. These days, over 3 million tons a year are produced. Next to Russia, Ireland is the largest peat user in the world. 10,000 tons of the stuff finds its way to a London gasworks every year to help make smokeless fuel. In Ireland, its greatest use is in the power generating plants. For every 100 men and women who had to leave their country to find work a few years ago, fewer than 40 need do so today. And in the cities, no less than the countryside, the Murphys, Flynns and O'Flahertys see the signs of a happier future.